Welcome back to Weekly Forecast. All right, so this is a big week. It's a new month. It's October, and it is NFP week. So it's been a lot of volume that's been coming into the market. So we just got to continue to be patient and just really flow with the waves of the market, ride the waves, right? So as always, starting with the dollar index, we can see dollar is still bullish. All right, still in an uptrend here on the daily, right? It's making a corrective play now, and we saw that go in line with the dollar pairs as well. But overall, I'm still looking for bulls to come in on the dollar. I'm just interested to see how price play hold or not around this level, okay? Because this was a nice correction. Now, if the dollar just holds here and just continues to pump, then we can just continue to when we're trading dollar pairs, we'll know the likely direction to stay in line with. All right. Now, if dollar decides to correct even more, break through structure and continue to make a deeper corrective play, then we just got to play it by ear because, or play it, play it by what we see. Because if we look at it like this on the daily overall, price could still have a deeper correction down towards 108. All right. That's still possible. And then if that happens, we just gotta, play in line with it. And overall, I'll still be looking for the dollar bulls to come in. So we'll see how price develop going into this week with NFP and everything. We can see here forest factor. We got Monday rate decisions or the rate statement for Australian dollar, manufacturing PMI for the dollar, Swiss franc CPI, NZD rate statement. All right, on Tuesday. And we have non-farm employment change. I like to call this pre-NFP on Wednesday. All right. And you got ISM services. So we got high impact news events, unemployment rate, employment change for the Canadian dollar on Friday, and then as well as NFP. All right. So we just want to be patient and just allow price to develop and show its hand and look to take only high probability setups. All right. So now looking at GU, okay, we can see, GU is the pound in general. A lot of volume came in the pound these past few weeks, and we can see overall GU has been trending to the downside from that top. All right, and if we look at this, GU has I covered this in, I believe, in the last session, and I said I was expecting GU to reach this all-time low that it made. If we look here on monthly in 1985. So price tagged that, and I said its chances are it's going to slightly spike or probably wick past that. So it wicked past that and then had a bounce. All right. So really from this low that it made, it wicked past and rose over pretty much almost 800 pips. All right. So I'm interested to see how GU is going to develop going into this week. Because that it was a major level that I did expect price to find demand and support like it did. But with this, I believe a lot has to do with depending on what the dollar is going to do as well when you're trading GU. And also, the pound overall has, the pound's been weak. All right. So if the pound weakness comes in and the dollar strength, then that's just going to give more volume to the downside. But where GU is currently at, it ended last week, it's at previous structure low right here. All right. So this is an interesting point that I will pay attention to for GU because it came here, retested structure low, gave us a bearish engulfing here on the 4-hour, and now it's slightly pulling up. All right. So if we look at this, let's say on the 1-hour, this is a head and shoulders pattern forming at previous structure low. All right. So it's interesting to see if price wants to hold here. We could possibly see price give us a wave down right here. All right. So look out for that. So to be safe, to make sure this is a firm like head and shoulders, you can wait, see if price wants to give you this breakdown right here. One second. All right, right here. See if price wants to break down here. If price comes down, break this structure. All right, I would say look for a pullback or a retest, and then look to continue, look for another wave down. All right, that's how I would play it on GU. But overall, we could see bigger moves from that level of demand. All right, but possibly another wave down, before that happens. And if it doesn't hold here, we could see price break up a little higher, possibly before any more move to the downside. All right. So I would look at this as well. I was take my trend line on a daily. You can see this. So if price wants to go a little higher, we probably could see something like this. Price push deeper into these levels before then giving us an opportunity for the downside. So we'll see how things develop. EU, same thing on EU. Overall, we've been in a downtrend clearly. All right, lower lows, lower highs. We can see clear structure on the weekly, on the daily, and even we can still see that price formed this lower low. So we're still in the downtrend. All right, there's no reason to expect the trend reversal just yet. We just got to continue to ride the wave. So right now, where price is currently at, similar to GU, we're retesting around this previous structure low right here. All right, we're testing around this previous structure low, and price just formed a bearish engulfing. All right, we got a bearish engulfing here on the 4-hour rejection. All right, that's normally a sign that price is looking to, continue to potentially give us that sell off, especially from a level of structure. But we got to be careful knowing this NFP week and just see how price develop. Now, right here, I can take my counter trend line. Hold on, let me see. Take my counter trend line from here. All right. So if price holds here, let's say price hold here on this rejection and they give another breakdown, all right, I would say look for a pullback opportunity. The next corrective wave, you would look for another continued wave down. All right, that would be the safe bet. Me personally, I normally don't trade on Sundays. I like to see how daily candles close on Monday, because normally in the market, you'll see price warm up Sunday, Monday, and then going into Tuesday. All right, going into Tuesday, London, Tuesday, New York, that's normally the real move. All right, that's happening. So we'll just see what happens, how things set up. And I mean, if the opportunity presents itself, then, we'll take it. All right. But overall, the same thing with EU, price can still possibly pull up a little higher. You know what I mean? If it don't want to break right there, we still have this level of structure, previous structure low, deeper within here on the daily. All right. So that would be another ideal opportunity for price to potentially move to the downside. All right. So keep that in mind. You can also take your trend line here. All right. Well, not actually. That's not the one I want to see. Take one from here. All right. So if price hold here, that could be a rejection of this trend line as well. So if it rejects down, maybe catch the pullback and look to ride that wave. All right. But overall, we just got to be patient. We got to be patient and just let price develop. All right. Because if it does pump up one more time, maybe on that pump up, then we could look for the next bigger wave down. All right. And gold. Gold as well has been breaking structure lows. Okay. We could see even on the daily here, looking to the left, price broke this level of demand. All right. Forming a lower low. Right. Right here, we formed this lower low. So now price is pulling back. Okay. So I'll take a trend line here as well. So where price is at now, it's potentially setting up to form another lower high to continue to the downside. All right. We see this lower highs, lower lows, right? Retest, continuation, another corrective play, right? So on this pullback, I will look for price to continue to the downside. All right. Where price is currently at, it could start to just sell off from here too. All right. It could start to sell off from here. Like it's starting to break some down now. All right. So if this just continues to just drop like from here, I would say on the pullback opportunities, look to continue to ride that wave out. All right. But it's still early, especially with NFP and everything. You want to be patient because price still can potentially, give a deeper correction into this level before then rolling over. All right. But overall, look for this to continue. Look for this corrective play to set up for continued down move. That's what I would look for on gold. All right, until structure shows me otherwise. Now, price was to come up, break above structure and everything, then that would be a reversal to the upside. So gold still bearish bias. All right, and AU. So looking at AU, we still been in this downtrend as well. We see this downtrend. Price pulled up pretty much into a previous structure level, lower high level, and it respected. You can see respected. Rejected here, pulled back again for the retest, and continued down. Excuse me. So overall, we're still in this downtrend. So I would still look for sales here, right? Even on the corrective, if it pulls back some, still look to write that down. So I would say either, excuse me, on the pullback, look to catch a good opportunity for the continued wave down. All right. Or price doesn't pull back much and it just want to break this low. All right. Either the pullback or the break of this low, forming a lower low, maybe a retest or a corrective opportunity, and look to continue to ride that out. And again, a lot of this have to do with what the dollar is going to do, but I'm just going off what I see so far, but we will react to what price shows us. All right. These are just scenarios to where if this happens, if AB happens, then, if ABC happens, then, we're looking to do this. So all we can do is just react to what price shows us based off of price action. All right. Now we see GJ had a sharp move down. All right. Moved a lot these last couple weeks. All right. It came way down to this level of demand right here, roughly around 149, and then bounced. Okay. And we look to the left, that was a level of demand in the past, but also it was a level of supply in the past. So that's a strong level of structure. All right. Now where price is retesting to is roughly around this top, this level of resistance, where Brexit was in 2016, where it had that big drop. So this is a level to pay attention to now that we're retesting that level. If we look at this on the daily or even the 4-hour, you can see, looking to the left, all right, you see some resistance here, but as well, we're pushing into a level of structure where price fell down from, all right, because you can see when price broke below, it retested and just continued. So this is an interesting point because right here as well, we got the bearish engulfing on the 4-hour and price is pulling up. If we look at the 1-hour, similar to GU and GJ tend to correlate many times. So similar to GU, GJ also has this potential head and shoulder setting up right here. Head and shoulder. So we can potentially get this breakdown. All right. So if price starts to reject here, we could look for a potential wave down before any more continued upside. All right. Now, if price was to continue up, then we can see price go even higher up. Okay. See price possibly go higher up before any more continue move down. All right. So let's just be patient and let's just see what price gives us and react to that. Chef Jappy, you can see CHFJPY. Price had a big rejection. It's been in an uptrend, but then you had a big rejection down on a weekly. All right. After that, price slightly pulled up. If you look at the smaller time frame, it retested from this level, this top right here. Right, price broke down. Then after that, we see price rejected from that the same level of resistance, and then rejected away. And after that, it pulled back. So where it pulled back from, looking to the left, this was around this previous level or this previous top. All right, found support there. But now we can see on this pullback, it came back, retested structure here, and now it's falling down. So I am expecting this to continue back down to this level of structure. All right, we see here on the daily, we got this bearish engulfing. All right, so really, I would say just look for any pullback opportunity. All right, price is already falling down now. If price opens up with some type of corrective move, on a correction, you could look for the continued wave. All right, it would be nice to see some type of pullback, before looking for any continued play to the downside. I will expect price to stay below that bearish engulfing and then look for this to come back down. All right. So we'll see how that develops, but overall, look for that. And technically, this will be a double top too. So what it's retesting right now is the neckline of that for the next wave down. All right. And lastly, Euro JPY. So with Euro JPY, if we look at the weekly, price came to this level of supply. So if we look to the left, it's a level of supply. All right. It formed this big evening star rejection on the weekly. So now price is retesting or correcting that move. All right. And I believe this is setting up for another potential wave down. So if we look on the daily, we're coming around this level of resistance. Price is now showing some sign of rejection. All right. I can also take my trend line from here. All right. You see price is lining up with our trend line as well. And if we look here, price did have a rejection. It rejected initially. All right. But now it's pulling back. So on this pullback, we could potentially get, all right, we could potentially get this move. You could potentially get this move. So if price holds here, but below that top and reject, all right, if it gives us a rejection, then we can look for a potential pullback and look to continue it down. Because that's what I will be looking for on EJ. Okay, if it doesn't hold here, then we could possibly go a little higher. But right here, I would say we could look for the potential setup for the move down. All right. So those are the pairs that's on my watch list this week. If you're in VIP, I will keep you all up to date. Okay. And man, speaking of VIP, we've been having a lot of good results coming in, people winning, a lot of people learning how to, do it for themselves. We can see Angela right here, her first full back week trading, her first week back. She took $150 to 1K in just 1 week. That's great results. We see Royal right here, had some nice profits on GJ. The GJ signal that was given. Sheena, $1,600, really just shy of $1,700 in 24 hours. All right. Anna, that's really becoming solid, trusting in herself. She deposited $150, then made $800 in just 5 minutes. All right. 150 made $807 profit. All right. And then we see Tim, he had just shy of a $3,500 day. So we had people winning, in here. I dropped the trades just last week. I believe less is more. All right. Less is more. I don't call a bunch of trades per day because the trades I go for tends to have the potential to go hundreds of pips. So I don't need to give 1,000 trades. It's about having quality trades. USD CHF hit our TP 72 pips. All right. And then also GJ that was given hit TP1 here, 106 pips. Then it went further. All right. Dropped over 136 pips. All right. So this is where I give everything, so if you're looking to tap in with VIP, go in and tap in with us, salute to all the new members. And let's make things happen. I'll see you all in the next video and y'all be blessed.